In rock climbing, there's a saying that you're going to fall a lot more than what you succeed in. And that goes the same for being in a lab setting. You're going to have a lot of mistakes. You're going to continue to build and fail. And that's totally fine. Growing up, it was really tough. Both my parents are Hispanic immigrants coming from El Salvador. My mom worked in housekeeping and my dad worked in construction. There was always food on the table, but sometimes we were always transitioning from homes because of rent increases. But when I turned 7 or 8, that is when my dad got deported to El Salvador. So we grew up in a single-parent household. That was really hard as well on my mom, since my dad was primarily the main earner of the home. My dad attempted to get back into the States multiple times, and he was finally effective. That's when he communicated to my mom, say, hey, let's make the move down to Kansas where we can have a home, I can provide for the children, and you can live comfortably. So that transition to Kansas, it was very difficult. I was leaving all my friends that I grew up with in Virginia behind, and it was just extremely scary for me, anxiety-driven. And then when I transitioned to high school, that's when I really found cultivating love for science. It was a class that I deeply enjoyed and a class that I was most proficient in. When doing my first biology course, I was very curious about it, so I had a lot of questions. In my junior year of high school, that is when I met a teacher. He was the zoology and botany teacher. He gave me this flyer for a course called Bio Plus. That was really interesting to me, but I was also like, I'm not a student made for this. I'm not that smart. But he continued to say, like, just try it. See, you can always drop out of it. That's when I met Angela Consani. She was the professor for the Bio Plus program. The fact that someone put that confidence and trust in me, that made me believe in myself a little bit more. She told me, hey, there's this job fair in the biopharmaceutical industry. And I remember prepping for that interview. I dressed like I felt like $1 million. I brought my resume that we had prepped at BioPlus. I brought my lab notebook. I brought a cover letter that showed my interest in the field and my skills as well to excel in this industry. They immediately gave me a job offer in the manufacturing side. And to me, it was huge. I felt like I made a touchdown. I felt like everything that I prepped myself for was exactly how I wanted it to go. Being in this industry for 5 years now, I've learned that everyone has a different avenue. Everyone comes from different backgrounds. Turns out there's an ecosystem of people that I can rely on. I'm responsible for collecting environmental monitoring, so making sure that the facility is up to the standard that we say it is, as well as testing our products. So that is very important. Being part of quality, we always want to ensure that our product meets the standard of our customer. So we work in labs. I work in also the manufacturing side, ensuring that the manufacturing is meeting the standard of cleanliness that we say it does. When I do rock climbing and work in a lab setting, there's a lot of perseverance in that. It's just a matter of how you bounce back. Are you going to build up on your skills to persevere, or are you going to fall and be down on yourself? And I feel like that is something that conveys equally. In a lab setting, when I learn something new, I am continuing to learn. Even though I'm shaky, I don't know anything that I'm doing, I remind myself, this is part of the learning experience. I'm going to fail, and that is okay. It's a matter of how I persevere. It's a matter of how I'm going to be able to apply myself. My name is Oscar Ramirez, and I am a quality control microbiologist senior technician.